Good morning, students. Now, today, see, I am teaching you English reader for all the sections of class 9. Here, you will see chapter number 1, Tom Sawyer. This is the third video. So, I hope my previous videos, all of you would have to see. Now, here in this chapter, you will see the paragraph here, Tom, you are from up to whitewash on it. So, as I have already taught you here, how Tom was whitewashing the fence. Although he was not interested to whitewash, but it was a task given by his aunt Polly. He was punished by his aunt Polly. So see how he was whitewashing the fence, and now he wanted to show that he was taking much interest in whitewashing the fence. See, Tom, you are working. Ben replied, "Oh, it's you." Ben, I didn't notice. When Ben asked him that you are working here, then Tom replied, "Oh, I didn't notice you. You are here. I am just going for a swim. You don't want to come, do you?" So Ben replied, "Let us go for swimming. You don't like swimming." So this isn't work, Tom said quietly. When Ben asked him, "You are working?" So Tom replied, "No, I am not working." He went on whitewashing. Just after it, he started his whitewashing his fence. Again, "Not work?" Ben exclaimed. So Ben surprised, "Oh, this is not work." So Tom replied, "Oh no, I like it. I like whitewashing the fence. Whitewashing is a kind of fun. You have never whitewashed a fence, have you?" So he asked Ben, "Have you ever whitewashed the fence?" "No," Ben replied. "Well, no, I haven't." For a time, Ben stood there watching Tom. For some time, Ben watching very carefully Tom how he was whitewashing the fence. Tom paid no attention to him, and his attention was given to his work. So he was pretended himself. He was pretending there that he was taking much interest whitewashing the fence. At last Ben said, "Let me whitewash a little." In the end, Ben said that, "Let me whitewash the fence." He requested to whitewash the fence. "Oh no, Ben, I am going to make this fence look fine." So he replied, No, I will not going to give you whitewashing the fence, because it is a kind of fun and I will take much interest in it. And I have promised Aunt Polly. So I have promised Aunt Polly to work well the whitewashing fence. Besides it's interesting work. "Let me do just a little," begged Ben. Ben requested again to give him whitewashing the fence. "No, I am sorry, Ben, but I can't." No, I cannot give you, Ben, whitewashing the fence. Aunt said that I must do it myself. Aunt Polly had warned me to whitewash the fence myself. If you do it, you will make a mistake. If you will do it, then you will make a lot of mistakes. So you will spoil everything. It's looking so nice. It's looking so beautiful and nice. So I cannot give you. I shan't make a mistake. I will be careful. You can have my apple if you let me. So in this way, Ben again and again requested him, and he offered him to take his apple. So in the end, slowly and unwillingly, Tom handed the brush to Ben. In the end, Tom handed his brush to Ben. Ben worked hard. He soon grew hard. In the end, he became very hard, but he went on still working on the fence. Tom sat there watching and eating Ben's apple. Tom sat there and just he was eating apple, and Ben was working on the fence. He was whitewashing the fence. When Ben had done enough, other boys came along. When he was tired, Ben was tired, then his other boys also there. At first they laughed at Tom. So in the beginning they laughed at Tom as Ben had done But soon they were whitewashing the fence, but they all wanted to whitewashing the fence and they started whitewashing. Of course, they had to pay Tom before he let them help him, and he also wanted to give the task to other boys. In this way, other boys gave him their best things, just like 12 marbles, tin soldier, a key, dog's collar, the handle of a knife, 4 pieces of orange. So in this way, Tom agreed to give them tasks. Tom had an easy time. He did not work, but soon the fence had 3 coats of whitewash on it. So he whitewashed 3 times the fence by the help of his friends. Now, dear students, see the second story of this chapter, Tom's Fire. The second story here, new medicine for Tom. Tom was not from here to up to, he began to feel better. In the second story, how Tom was feeling unwell, he was ill, and see what happened thereafter when he felt his illness. Tom was not feeling well. He could not sleep as well as he used to. He could not eat as much as he used to. So Tom was ill, so he could not sleep as well as he used to earlier. He could not eat as much as he used to. So due to his illness, he was very poor feeling. He had poor feeling. He did not want to run away from his school. So he did not want to go to school, but he was helpless. He could not run away from his school. Sometimes he did not want to play. He was troubled and sad. He was very, very sad and he was upset also. The boy is ill. Aunt Polly thought, I must give him some medicine. So his Aunt Polly thought herself that Tom was ill, so I had to give him medicine. Aunt Polly was fond of all kinds of medicine. He had a lot of tricks to give medicine. She had a lot of books on the subject. He had a lot of books for the illness, for the diseases, how she cured the illness. Her new idea was this: when a boy was ill, he must bath in the cold water every day. So she got an idea that if anybody ill, so that person must bath in the cold water every day. And so every morning she made Tom stand outside in the yard. So in this way she stood Tom every day in the courtyard, and then she threw ice cold water over him, and she threw cold water on Tom. After that she wrapped him in a wet sheet, and just after she tried to wipe out Tom with a wet sheet and make him lie in the bed. And she told him to sleep in the bed. Tom did not get better. He got worse. He was also became in a very worse condition. Aunt Polly tried a new idea. She threw hot water over him instead of cold. Once again, Aunt Polly had new idea. She threw hot water over the body of Tom. They did not help Tom either. But Tom could not be cured. At this time, Aunt Polly heard about a new medicine. So in the end, Aunt Polly heard about the new medicine. It was called painkiller. It had the taste of fire. It was in a very bitter taste. All the same, Aunt Polly made Tom drink it. So she gave this medicine to Tom, and just Tom drank it. 3 spoonfuls after each meal. Tom hated it. Tom didn't like because of its taste. Its taste was very bitter. When his aunt was not looking, he quite quickly poured the medicine into a hole in the floor. Once when Tom's aunt was not looking him, he poured the little medicine in the hole. Tom poured some of medicine into the mouth of the cat. Also, Tom was busy doing one day when the cat came in. One day when Tom was dropping it into the hole, he saw a cat came there. Tom poured some of the medicine into its mouth. So Tom poured medicine, bitter medicine in the mouth of cat. At once it jumped high into the air. So cat jumped high into the air. It started dancing on its legs. It rushed about the room, breaking everything in its path. It means to say that the cat was very much disturbed just after taking that medicine. It ran about as if it were mad. So it was appearing that she gone mad. Tom laughed and laughed. Tom was laughing. It was a long time since he had laughed so heartily because of his illness. Aunt Polly heard the noise and came rushing in. So when Aunt Polly heard the noise, she came inside the room. What's the matter? She asked Tom, what is the matter? What is the problem? Tom could not speak for laughing. He could not speak. At last he pointed and said, in the end he pointed towards the cat and said, look at the cat. Aunt, see what? That side there was a cat. What's the matter with it? You have been doing it that medicine. Oh, you have given the medicine that cat. I don't know, said Tom, still laughing. Now Tom was laughing that time and said his aunt that I don't know. Aunt Polly saw the bottle of painkiller, the spoon and saucer. She guessed the truth. In this way, Aunt Polly understood what the matter was. Tom expected his aunt to be angry. Tom was thinking that his aunt would be angry. To his surprise, she was only thoughtful, but she began to think, it's not medicine for cats. She understood, Aunt Polly understood that this medicine is not for cats and perhaps it's not good medicine for boys also. So you need not take any more of it, Tom. So she asked Tom not to take that medicine. This was good news for Tom and this is just for good news for Tom. He began to feel better. Now he started feeling better and he was fully cured. So dear students, देखिए दूसरी कहानी में जो कि न्यू मेडिसिन फॉर टॉम था, टॉम के लिए नया मेडिसिन था, इसमें एक बार टॉम बहुत बेहद बुरी तरह से बीमार हो गया था और उस समय उनकी आंट यानी उनकी मौसी होली ने उन्हें कुछ मेडिसिन्स देने के बारे में सोचा। हालांकि उनके पास कई नुस्खे थे। पहले उन्होंने जब किताबों को पढ़ा तो उसमें लगा कि अगर किसी बीमार व्यक्ति को ठंडे पानी से नहलाया जाए तो वह सही हो सकता है। तो जब उन्होंने ठंडे पानी से उन्हें नहलाया तो वो और बीमार पड़ गया। इसके बाद दूसरी बार उन्होंने गर्म पानी से उन्हें नहलाया तो फिर वह बुरी तरह बीमार पड़ गया। तो अब उन्हें कुछ मेडिसिन मिला और उस मेडिसिन को जब टॉम को दिया तो यह मेडिसिन बड़ा ही तीखा था जिसे टॉम पसंद नहीं करता था, लेकिन टॉम को उस मेडिसिन को पीना ही पड़ता था। और फिर इस तरह से एक दिन दो दिन के बाद वह जब आंट पोली उसे नहीं देख रही होती थी तो वह मेडिसिन किसी होल में वह डाल देता था। एक दिन एक बिल्ली वहाँ पर आई। बिल्ली को देख करके टॉम ने वह मेडिसिन उसके मुंह पर फेंक दिया और जैसे ही उसने उसके मुंह पर वह दवा फेंकी वह बिल्ली तेज़ी से चीखी चिल्लाती हुई वह तेज़ी से घर के आंगन की तरफ भागी और वहाँ पर उछलते कूदते रास्ते में जो कुछ हाथ तोड़ते हुए निकलने लगे। उसी समय आंट पोली अंदर आई और उन्होंने देखा कि इस मेडिसिन के प्रभाव से बिल्ली इतनी बुरी तरह से डिस्टर्ब हो गई है। तो उसने टॉम से कहा कि तुम्हें भी इस मेडिसिन को लेने की ज़रूरत नहीं है। इस तरह से टॉम बहुत खुश हुआ और उसे अब पहले से और अच्छा फील हो रहा था। धीरे धीरे वह ठीक होने लगा। सो थैंक यू चिल्ड्रेन, यू विल सी माय नेक्स्ट वीडियो।